We are live on Upper Red Lake and the fish are biting. Stick around and fish with me for a little bit. I'm gonna fish the night bite up until about dark. So hang out with me. Let's catch a few walleyes. Adjust my camera here. So basically what we did is, I'm gonna get my lure back down. We got out here at about noon, 1 o'clock. We're at Sunny Beach Access right now. And we are sitting out in 10 feet of water with about 7-8 inches of ice. So far, it is going well, except for my... Get back down here. So you can see my hummingbird there. What I have on right now is I have a Rattl'n Flyer spoon and a quiver spoon on there right now. And the Rattl'n Flyer is definitely out fishing the quiver today. But the Rattl'n Flyer, you know, it's a classic Red Lake lure. Oh, there's one underneath me right there. Let's see if he... So today we're seeing two kinds of fish today. We're basically seeing super lethargic fish that are coming by really slow and not taking it. But the ones that are biting are just coming in like rockets and they are just hammering it. Make sure I got my minnow on there. I think I might have lost it. Yep. I will tell you one other thing that we are doing today is we are going to be doing a giveaway. So basically this giveaway is, 1 second, I'll get baited up and get back down there since it's prime time. Back down there, you'll see it drop back down there on the live scope. I'm gonna fish till about dark and then cut it, which is not another half hour maybe. And this is traditionally the best time on Red Lake, so. We've just been picking them up slowly as the day progressed. I'm not going to say that it's been hot and heavy, but we have just every once in a while we pick one up. And what I am doing, since First Ice, I'm doing a giveaway. Same giveaway as last year. What I am doing is I'm giving away 2-day house rental, First City Guide service with Chaz. It's a 4-man house, and I will be giving that away approximately 24 hours right now. So what I'm going to do is we're fishing south on Red Lake right now. Tomorrow we're gonna maybe head north and just try that to see what the bite's like up there too. Tomorrow live, I'm going to give that trip away. Probably be between 4 and 5 o'clock again once I get all set up and ready and the fish start coming in. So what you need to do to win, all you gotta do is comment. Throw a comment down during this live, or in the next 24 hours, I'll cut off the comments on the, oh, there's a fish. I'll cut off the comments on the second live tomorrow, and I will give that trip away live on the air tomorrow between 4 and 5 sometime. So turn on notifications for the Facebook Lives, and you could be fishing with Chaz on Upper Red Lake. So like I said, the lure I got on is a Rattl'n Flyer, and see if I can get this to cooperate here. And if you're not familiar with the Rattl'n Flyer, all right, let's talk about one of my favorite lures of all time, the Lindy Rattl'n Flyer spoon. This spoon is phenomenal. Red Lake early ice, Lake of the Woods, all over Minnesota for panfish. It is really a very versatile spoon. Basically, this thing comes in 4 sizes: 16th, 8th, 3/16, and quarter. So you've got everything covered, all the way from walleye, pike, all the way down to panfish with the smaller sizes. We have 12 colors available. 6 of those colors are glow colors. We call those Technoglow. All you got to do is charge them up a little bit with the Lindy Taser, drop them down, and you're going to get a nice glow out of them. Also, it has a rattle in it. So this is a heavier spoon. So it's got a nice, fast drop rate. And because of that nice, fast drop rate, you're going to get a really nice rattle out of it. So a lot of lakes with these stained waters, primarily Lake of the Woods and Red Lake. Lake of the Woods always has a little stain to it. Red Lake earlier in the year, if you get a blow before the ice goes on, like what happened this year, it's going to take a week or two for that to settle down and all that sediment to settle and the water to clear up. So you're going to want something with a little bit of noise to it, and that is what this has. And that noise, along with the glow, is just a killer combo for early ice, red, and Lake of the Woods all year. So Lindy Rattl'n Flyer, check it out. All right, that's the Rattl'n Flyer spoon right now. And in that video, I know I say there's 12 colors, 6 are glow, but we have a ton of new colors. You're gonna wanna check those out. And one of the new colors, and actually the color that has caught all the fish today, I am using the Wonder Bread Rattl'n Flyer spoon, 1/4 ounce. What it is, Wonder Bread front, and it has a gold back on it, and it is deadly, especially with what's going on right now. This water, there was a ton of wind before it iced up, so the water is very, very cloudy. So as this early ice bite on Red Lake progresses, it's only going to get better in the next week. I mean, the water's so cloudy right now, I can't even see my Mega Live transducer. It's pretty cloudy. But in the next week, this bite it's going to be good because there's fish all over down there. And like I said, there's really 2 types of fish. We got these ones crawling along the bottom, real lethargic, not interacting with the baits. But the ones that bite, they just come in like a rocket, and you don't even have time to jig them. They just absolutely come in and hammer it. Oh, caught my transducer there. So like I said, got that giveaway going. I'll pop that up again. Throw your comments down there. You got all the way till tomorrow until I go live to comment. I'll cut it off during that, and somebody's coming fishing with Chaz on Red Lake. And if you want to know, this is what we're giving away right here. Here's a little video of the actual house that you're going to stay in. Hey everybody, come on in. All right, so here is what I am doing. What I have right here, 4-man ice castle. What I'm gonna do is I am giving away a 2-night fishing trip with First City Guide Service on either Lake of the Woods or Red Lake this winter or next winter. We're gonna give this away at the end of this live. Throw a comment down, and at the end of the live, we will pick a winner. Good luck. And there you go. That's what you can win by commenting. Questions, throw those out there, guys. I'll answer a few. Whatever you got, throw it out there. Like I said, I'm just going to fish until it gets too dark to fish, which isn't going to be long because it's almost pitch black by 5 o'clock these days. I am dead sticking the rattling quiver right now. We've had a few lookers on the dead stick, but definitely no takers. Like I said, the ones that come in, I see them on the live unit for like 2 seconds. They just rock it in and just hammer it. Then we have those lethargic ones that are just swimming by. And as the water clears up, all those lethargic fish, they'll definitely start biting. So it's only a matter of time here. It's going to pick up into the weekend, all next week. The bite is going to be good because there is a lot of fish down there right now. So right now we are at the Sunny Beach Access. Another great dude to fish with, Justin from Up North Fish House Rentals. Give him a call. Check out his Facebook. Really good dude. He's got wheelhouses out here also. He's got the access that's open here today and going forward unless they have ice issues. But it looks to me like everybody I've talked to, most of the accesses will be opening Friday, Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. So it looks like by the weekend, Red Lake's going to be go everywhere. Remember, guys, it's early ice. No ice is safe ice. You want to make sure to have your float suit. You want to make sure to have your picks. If you're going out on Red, Lake of the Woods early or anything like that, it's always a good idea to go with a resort. They're staking it. They're checking it. They know what's going on. You want to be really cautious this time of year because the ice is still very thin in a lot of areas. Actually, 40 yards this way, they have it all staked off, and there was actually some open water there that just froze over, so that spot is very dangerous, and they let us know that coming out here, and it's all staked off, so everybody knows. So definitely check with the resorts on Red. Don't just venture out because there is, if you watch some of the other videos online, you'll see that there's just random open pockets all over the place, and you really want to be cautious of those. And these resort guys have been checking this for weeks, and they know exactly what's going on out here. So that is definitely the safest way to do it. Get my Mega Live up there for you again, maybe. There you go. And traditionally on red, I'm going to use this Rattl'n quiver spoon with a whole minnow, and that's what I'm using right now is a whole minnow hooked in the head. And I am keeping it moving because of the stain in the water. I want it to rattle, and I want to call these fish in as we're sitting here. What do you got for questions? Any questions? Oh, deep am I fishing? I am in 10 feet of water right now. I can't say what the other resorts are out to, but I know Sunny Beach Access, Justin's got him out to 10 feet, and he did give us a four-wheeler ride out here. So thank you, Justin. Am I going to target carp this winter, Dan? Nope, no carp this winter, Dan. What else you guys got for questions? What is the best float suit on the market? I wear a Striker float suit. I think they're all good. Eskimo's got a really nice one. I'm not going to say that one's any better than the other. I don't have experience in the other ones. I wear the Striker just because it's super warm, and I really like the Striker suits for winter. I especially like them too because I can kneel in this, especially this house right now. Got a little bit of flooding and a little bit of water on top of the ice, and I can kneel in that water and my pants don't get wet at all. So that's, for me, that's a big advantage, and that's primarily why I like the Striker. But as far as the floating aspect of it goes, I think all the float suits are pretty good. Striker's the only one I've worn though, but I have not caught anything on the quiver spoon yet. I have the red quiver spoon down. I've had a lot of fish, the lethargic ones, come and look at the quiver spoon, but I haven't had one hit it quite yet. A lot of the new colors of these Rattl'n Flyers, I've got a couple I can pull up for you here. They're a lot brighter than the traditional Rattl'n Flyer colors. So there's, let's see here. There's the Wonder Bread right there. So you can see there's a lot of bright colors. Pink Tiger. Got a few with some purple in them. So we've got some really banging colors this year on these Rattl'n Flyers, and that is key in a situation like I am in right now with the stained water. You're going to need that glow, you're going to need that brightness, you're going to need that vibration to get these walleyes going and call them in, because they are not going to see it from a long distance with this stain. What else you guys got for questions there? You know what? I think I will also be going to Mille Lacs, so stay tuned for that. I've been talking to a few guys on Mille Lacs to fish with, and I know the cell phone service is super good on Mille Lacs in a lot of spots, so I should be able to pull this off there. So I will try do Mille Lacs, so keep an eye out for that. What length rod am I using? This is a Radcliffe rod right here. This is a 32 inch. I did just order a couple of 34 inches, and I also drilled this hole way too close to me today when I was drilling. It's my first time out, a little rusty still, but these holes are way too close to me right now. But I like 32 to 36 inch rods is what I like. And I don't know, when you're looking for a rod, I always say, you know, the first 6-8 inches of the rod is to work the bait and actually catch the fish or get the fish hooked, and the rest of the rod, the blank, is to land the fish, is what I always say. And I like, if you see this, I don't know if you can see this tip of this rod, but when I have this Rattl'n Flyer, this rod has just got a slight bend in it, and the reason for that is so I can detect these up bites. That's super important. And I'm kind of a rod snob. I have a rod for every bait. You know, if I'm using a tungsten toad, super light, I'm going to have a really light rod so I still get that bend. Especially, there's one right underneath me right now. I'm going to slow it down for him. Nope. But you want that little bit of bend so you can have the sensitivity to detect those up bites. That is super important. If you have too stiff of a rod, it really just works against you. So I'm very choosy on what rod I use for what lure. And I think that it will definitely increase your hookup percentage having the correct rod. And I actually still can't believe you can see me right now because it's getting pretty dark out here. Brandon, I'm on Upper Red. We're on the south side. We're out of Sunny Beach right now. We're, I don't know, 100 yards offshore maybe. They got a nice stake trail, like I said. Guys at Justin's Upper Sunny Beach Access there, he gave us a ride out with the four-wheeler, and he says once he sees us packing up and starting to walk in, he said he'll come pick us up again, so that's super nice. And I'm going to fish the night bite again tomorrow live between 4 and 5 once I get it all set up. Maybe even earlier. We'll see how fast I can get set up, and we'll be maybe fishing here, but I'd like to try some other spots just to get a feel for what's going on everywhere. So I'm guessing we'll be more north, and I'll let you know where we're at once we get out there. Saw you at the UND game. I saw on Facebook, John, that you were at the North Dakota game. I saw that. Should have stopped by and said hi. And as you can see, I'm keeping it moving. I'm keeping that rattle going. So I want these walleyes that are swimming in the area, I want to spark their curiosity, and I want them to come in and take a peek at what I got going on here. Greg, yes, walk on only from what I've heard so far, but check with the resorts. That may change. I cannot say that for sure, but right now it is walk on only from everybody I've talked to. You definitely, I mean, we're only on, I didn't actually measure it, but 6 to 8 inches of ice max. So you just don't want to take your four-wheeler and just go anywhere out here. That's not a good plan right now. You definitely want to check with your resorts. No ice is safe ice. Can't say that enough. I don't want anybody going through. Jordan, yeah, we mark stuff constantly, actually. A lot of fish creeping along the bottom. And like I said, the ones that bite, I won't even have a chance to jig them. They just come in and just hammer it. And I'm going to say the best time of day right now to fish red. I know some guys caught some this morning. We didn't get out here till about noon, but we had a lot of fish going through between like, oh, I don't know, like 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock was super good. There was tons of fish down there, so. And you know, this stained water is kind of part of that too. You're going to get that little bit earlier bite window where traditionally a lot of times red is just like a night bite kind of thing. Or I should say sunset bite. You got that hour window around sunset, and traditionally that is your best time on red. Prime time, Rob. It is prime time. That's maybe what I'll do on Mille Lacs. We'll do the ice castle thing there because I actually never ever fish out of ice castles, and it would be kind of fun. Want to open that window for me, Ryan? See if we can get just a little more light. We can go a little bit longer. I'll say once again, we got a giveaway going on for City Guide Service. We are giving away, perfect. We are giving away 2 nights in one of Chaz's 4-person houses. I'm going to give that away approximately 24 hours from now. All you have to do is comment on this live stream, and tomorrow when I go live at the end of the day, I'm going to give that away to somebody. So all you got to do is comment on there, guys. Question, just say hi, whatever you want to do. Throw a comment on there, and somebody is going to come to Red Lake. Actually, I was just talking to Chad, and the guy that won this last year, Chaz said I think he said he just booked today, actually. Lots of comments. What do you guys got going on? Catch a big one. I'm trying. This Michigan, yeah, Brandon. That is on the list. What would I choose, a snowmobile or an ATV if I could choose one? I prefer a snowmobile when the conditions are right. I love fishing off the snowmobile just because it's fast and safe. I love fishing off it, but this time of year, like right now, if we don't get any snow, I will definitely be fishing off my ATV until we get snow. And the second we have enough snow, I'll be back on that snowmobile. I do enjoy the snowmobile the most because it's nice, safe, fast travel across the ice. It's definitely the way to fish. But I'm not going to run my sled when there's no snow on the ice like right now. So hopefully we pick up, well, once the ice gets thick enough, hopefully we pick up a little bit of snow so I can start running that snowmobile. You're making me want to drive far north. Yeah, Nebraska, I bet that's tough. When do you get ice in Nebraska? I'm guessing that's a Christmas time or after kind of deal there. I'm trying to keep an eye on this sonar because I've done so many of these lives, and then I go back and watch the lives and I have a fish looking at my bait while I'm talking. So I'm trying to pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing here. What else we got for questions? Looking to start streaming out on the lake. Alex, good luck. Man, it is not easy. This whole thing is dependent on cell phone service. It is tough because not only do you got to find a bite, you have to find a bite where you're getting good service. It's very, very, very tough to do. Yeah, eastern South Dakota, just in those glacial lakes. That's something I got to do too. So many good lakes in that glacial lake area. That is, I will be down there this winter in the glacial lake area. I say that every winter. I have to this winter. So much good stuff going on down there. So I expect to be here today, here tomorrow, and then maybe check a couple panfish ponds this weekend, see what's up. And then maybe do some panfish stuff because a lot of those small lakes will have a lot of ice on them by the beginning of next week. And then I'm thinking Lake of the Woods isn't far behind. I just saw a few updates up there. I haven't been up to the cabin lately to look myself, but I do know that Lake of the Woods is freezing up quite quickly, and I would imagine that it's not going to be long. Not going to be long at all. And once again, don't venture out. Check with those resorts, especially on Lake of the Woods, because that's another lake that did have a big blow as it was freezing up, so it's going to be a little bit sketchy out there. So you're definitely going to want to check with the resorts. And those resorts at Lake of the Woods are super good about keeping you up on what's going on. Artisans, Rocky Point, Riverbend, Bugsy's on Bostic. The spearing is going to start going off, Zipple Bay, Bostic, all that kind of stuff. I actually think the spearing is going to start very soon. Don't quote me on this, but that pike spearing may even start as early as this weekend. I'm hearing rumors on Lake of the Woods, so keep an eye open for that. They're showing, oh, there's one down there. There's bays with 6 to 8 inches of ice on them already. I've seen on Lake of the Woods, some of those back bays. So once again, check with the resorts. No ice is safe ice. You definitely want to check with the professionals and see what's going on before you venture out anywhere. Come on over, John. Invade. Sitting in the deer blind. That's awesome. I'm using a whole minnow right now. The reason I'm using a whole minnow is because the fish that have bit have came in at 100 miles an hour and absolutely crushed it. So I am sticking with the whole minnow right now. if those lethargic fish, if they were coming and hanging up and not biting and staring at it, and maybe a little chase was going on, a slow lethargic chase, then I would probably go down to the half a minnow. But right now, the ones that come in, I don't even get a chance to work them. They just come in and hammer it like instantly. Yep, Scott, I've got a dead stick right here with a quiver spoon, quarter-ounce quiver spoon on it, and I have had a few fish come over and look at that. There's one right on the bottom. I have had a few fish come over and look at the quiver spoon, but nothing has committed at all. And you know, traditionally Red Lake, the dead stick is super good. Throw a thin float on there. There's one creeping in right there on the bottom. See him underneath me? I'm going to slow it way down. And that's what I'm talking about right there. You see him go right by? I do have, oh, I don't even have the sonar up, of course. Let me pull that sonar up for you. There, that'll help. Like I said, those lethargic fish, they're right along the bottom and they just creep by and they don't even look at it. But the ones that do bite, it's just like a streak that comes in. Lots of questions. What do you guys got? Thank you, Justin. Thank you for watching. I'm going to say you need a little noise on it, that split shot question there. Ryan did have just a hook, still float, and a split shot out earlier, and that didn't seem to do anything. We weren't catching any on that. I really think something about Red Lake and this Rattl'n Flyer and the specific sound it puts out, it's a banger on Red Lake. It's a super good lure on Red Lake. There's a good fish right there too, to the left. Be able to see him on there. That's a big fish. Oh, spooked him. See that? That's that lethargic I'm talking about. He turned and ran. You could see him plain as day spin around and run out. Another one swimming across the bottom. Oh no, he's coming back. This might be a good one here. That's a big fish there. So what he was doing right there on the sonar is he's circling big circles around my Rattl'n Flyer is what he was doing. That was a good fish too. And of course they look a lot bigger on the sonar right now because of the fact that we're only in 10 feet of water. So you get a big return. All right, what else you got for question, guys? One more time, I'm going to throw it out there. Big giveaway, Chaz. First City Guide Service, 2 nights, 4-man house on Upper Red Lake. You'll have to talk to Chaz. You can maybe make a deal. If he pulls his houses to Lake of the Woods, you can maybe talk to him, maybe get a couple days on Lake of the Woods and trade. I don't know. You have to talk to him about that. I'm not going to say for sure. I shouldn't say. But 2 nights on Red is what me and Chaz agreed on. So all you have to do is comment. 24 hours from now, tomorrow evening, I'm going to go live one more time. I'm going to give that away. So throw your comments on this live stream and we will pick somebody randomly tomorrow between probably 4 and 5, and you're going to come fishing with Chaz. What depth am I looking for? I like 10 feet on Red. I like 8 to 10 feet on Red is what I like. So I'm right where I want to be. Another key thing on Red is, it's a featureless basin, so it is a good idea that, I'm not saying, if it's safe, make sure it's safe before you walk up to a pressure ridge, because a lot of times those are the worst places to fish. But if you can get near some type of ridge, there's another fish coming in right there, another lethargic one. See if we can get him to go. See how I slowed down my jigging? So I'm gonna crank it up now that he passed me and see if I can get him to, look at all the fish coming through right now though. Another one coming through right there. See if I can get any of these to wake up. But anyway, big pressure ridges are a good place to fish by because it provides some type of change in the featureless basin out here. So we are actually right to this side of us, there's a couple big ridges that kind of horseshoe around us. So any more questions? We're gonna cut her off pretty soon. It's getting dark. I want to get out of here before it gets too dark. What's my favorite bait for walleye? My favorite bait for walleye, oh, there's another one down there. Oh, there. Once this water clears up, guys, it is going to be, the bite's going to be on. It's just one fish after another. And this is what I was talking about that Upper Red Lake, you know, low light sunset bite. This is what's going on right now. These fish are just, they're everywhere down there right now. You see that? Another nice one just swam by. My favorite bait, my go-to bait, 1/4 ounce rattling quiver spoon and gold. I use that nonstop. It's the first bait I drop down. And the reason for that is it's middle of the road. It's not crazy aggressive. It's got a nice slow flutter to it, so I can kind of watch my electronics and I can kind of judge what's going on. You know, and then if, you know, once I'm watching that 1/4 ounce rattling quiver spoon, I'm going to make the decision. Am I going to go something more subtle like a frosty spoon, or am I going to go more aggressive like maybe a glow spoon or a glow streak or something like that? And I like to start in the middle and kind of read the fish and see what they're up to and decide. If those fish are super lethargic, I am going to downsize to that frosty spoon and a minnow head and try to get them to bite. But if they're just coming in and wailing on it and I can tell that they're being attracted from long distance, I'm going to go to that glow spoon. I'm going to go to that glow streak if they're nice big walleyes and super into the noise, vibration, and action. But I like to really watch the fish on the electronics and see what they're up to. And it doesn't have to be a live unit like this to read these fish. Markham, Vexlar, any of that kind of stuff will work just fine to read the moods of these fish. You can tell pretty quickly whether they're just creeping in slow or they're just, you know, hammering it. It's pretty easy to tell, and that's what I'm looking for. What else you guys got for questions? I'm going to go 6 to 8 inches of ice right now where we're sitting. I'm not saying that's everywhere, but in this specific spot we are sitting in 6 to 8 inches. I'll try to open some more windows here for you. It's not going to help. We're running out of light quick here. Yeah, and like I said, this red lake bite, there was wind as it froze up, so of course it's a little cloudy, but as the sediment, it all settles, this bite's just going to get better and better and better, and it's going to be, with the amount of fish I'm seeing right now, this bite is going to be phenomenal in the week to come. It's going to be really, really good. And this is our first day out. We haven't explored anything. We haven't done anything. We just basically drove out to a spot, drilled a hole, because we were late getting out of town, so. There was no investigation done on this location we were on right now. I just saw a ridge that was safe and we dropped the house next to it. So that's all that went on there. Chubs, chub minnows, fatheads. That's what I normally use on red. That's what's available here, readily available. When I'm first, ooh, that's a good question. Where is that? B. Right there. How long should you fish a lure before switching to something else? That's a great question. I'm not going to put, you know, it depends if you have electronics or not. If I don't have electronics, I'm probably going to switch a lot and just keep different stuff down there constantly until I get one to bite. But if I got electronics, I'm going to be watching the mood of these fish. And I mean, if they're almost committing on that quiver spoon, I'm going to stick with that quiver spoon, or maybe I'm going to downsize that quiver spoon a little bit. Or maybe I'm going to go with a minnow head instead of a full minnow. I'm going to adjust that. if they're chasing the lure I have down there, I'm going to make some adjustments to that specific lure before switching to a completely different lure. But if I don't have electronics, I'm going to do a lot of switching. I'm going to have a lot of stuff tied up, and I'm going to do a lot of dropping down until I get one to commit, because you're fishing a little more blind that way, so you're going to have to go through a lot more lures. But I really watch the mood of these fish and how they're reacting to the lure. So basically I'm downsizing or upsizing, or I'm adding rattle, color, or vibration is what I'm doing to adjust my presentation to what they are wanting. Trying to look away, I think I see one. Best color in clear water, I go with more natural colors, darker colors, blues, purples, stuff like that. I'm going to wrap her up pretty quick here, guys. So like I said, got that giveaway going, 24 hours of comment. Go live again tomorrow. I'm going to give that away to somebody. Yeah, it's that, you got that, always that little window on red. Now, you could see when that window clicked, that 15, 20 minutes, and they were just all swimming by. Once this water clears up, all those fish that swam by, they're all going to bite. Have to click off here pretty soon. She's, you know, outside there's still quite a bit of light, but in this house, of course, I forgot to bring the lights, so go figure. It's my first time out. I got to work the bugs out, right? We'll go just a few more minutes here. All right. I got to get all this stuff packed up, so we're going to call it before it gets too dark. I want to be off of here before it gets too dark because it's early ice. So thanks for watching, guys. Tune in tomorrow between 4 and 5. We're going to give that away. We're going to do some more fishing, maybe a little further north. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.